Rajanath can testify. I got a lot of chastisement from Gurudev. There's a new book that came out about Srila Bhaktivedanta Maharaj. The title is...
Affection. The letters, huh?
Yeah.
I think it's something with affection.
Affection and... it talks about how the Guru sometimes gives affectionate relationship with his disciple, and sometimes he corrects them. So I need a lot of correction, and Gurudev was so merciful. My ears are big because he twisted them so much and pulled them. And I got kicked in the head many times. One time in Govardhan, there was nowhere to get close to Gurudev, and he was sitting in a chair. And after a prikram, I wanted to pay obeisances to Gurudev after the completion of the prikram. And there was a big circle of devotees, and I couldn't get in front of Srila Gurudev, so I put my head under the chair and onto his feet. And then he was kicking my feet, kicking my head with his feet, and looking down at me and laughing. But when Gurudev would chastise, you felt so much love and affection coming from that. One time we were departing from Amsterdam, or maybe it was Italy. Anyway, we were departing from one city in Europe, and after a 6 or 7 day festival, all the devotees were ecstatic. But on the last night, when they were chanting to Gurudev back to his quarters, after his wonderful Harikatha, Govinda Damo Dhanamana Jai Jai Sirade, and Gurudev went into his quarters, and I went in with him because I was traveling with the party then. And many devotees were crying and crying and crying because he was going to leave and go from there to Amsterdam and then to the US preaching. And I was so caught up with all the devotees feeling that Gurudev was departing that I was crying too. And he looked at me. You've heard this before. He looked at me when I had tears in my eyes, and he said, "Oh, I thought you were coming with us." And I said, "I am, Gurudev, but I'm just feeling," and he whacked me in the face really hard. And he started laughing, and I started laughing. So special mercy is when Gurudev chastises his disciples. An elevated disciple feels cheated if they don't get chastisement, and they only get, compliments, etc., and glorification.
First met Srila Gurudev 1996. Yeah, we just got married a few months before that. Just I think about our Guru Maharaj left probably 4 or 5 months after that. But before that, we were already having some association with Kishore Prabhu and Padmanabh Maharaj back then. We were living in Malaysia. So, yeah, I just got married then. I was only 18, so I don't know much. So I was just kind of following my husband. And I was in Bhubaneswar after for my Guru Maharaj Samadhi, and then only a week after the Samadhi, somehow we just felt like we need to go somewhere, we need a shelter. So immediately we were thinking about from Kishore Prabhu and Padmanabh Maharaj, and then they mentioned that Srila Gurudev is in Mathura in Vrindavan at that time. So we booked a train ticket and we went to Vrindavan. It was so hard to me. We went to Mathura temple. Gurudev was there. Oh, he just left for Vrindavan. And we went to Rupsanathan. Oh, he just went. It was so hard. He just left for Delhi. He was kind of just, and we were kind of, oh, maybe it's not meant to, maybe it is and that. But just before we we about to go back to Bhubaneswar, and he said, "Oh, Gurudev, it's in one of a program in Delhi. It was 10 o'clock. We came through traffic and then in the rickshaw. It was so austere. It was so hard to get to him." And then finally we got to, and was sitting in a driveway in the courtyard. Nobody, we knew nobody. And Gurudev spotted us, and he told Mother Maharaj to call us. And so my husband talking, and I was, coming from ISKCON, we were scared. I was scared and worried on what I should do. And I was just sitting in the back. But I didn't have much of a relationship at that time. And then we came back. Gurudev said, "You come back Kartik time." Because that time it was just after Nityananda Trayodasi. And Gurudev said, "Come back Kartik time, and you can come to Vrindavan." So we came. That was Kartik 1996. But prior to that, between that first time meeting and Kartik, we've been exchanging some letters. We just got married, and Guru Maharaj always said to us, "You have to ask permission. Being a new grihastha, you have to ask permission to your Gurudev, ask for his blessing," because we were trying children. So we asked Gurudev, "Gurudev, we just got married. What should we do?" And this and that. Gurudev gives us the whole instruction how to start a new family. And then that Kartik 1996, we were doing Mathura Parikram. It was really austere and nothing like nowadays. I remember I was staying near the market, next to the paint shop. It was smelly, and I got so sick. I was really, really sick, and I thought, "Oh, just purification and this and that." So we went to Gurudev, and Gurudev said, "Oh, you have to get a check. You have to go to doctor, get a blood check, and this and that." So we did, and we did. Gurudev was so worried, and then the next day after that, we have to wait for the result and everything, 3 days or something like that. And then we were supposed to go, the next morning we were supposed to go on our first bus parikram. And Gurudev said to us, "You must arrange bus for your wife. You must, not bus, sorry, taxi. Don't let her go in the bus. You go with Didi or something like that." I said, "No, I don't want to go in the taxi. I want to be with the party." And I said, "No, you must go in the taxi, arrange something." So, okay, we did that. I went with Didi and the ladies, and then the next day it was Srila Bhakti Srila Maharaja's at the discipline there. So we got the result. I was pregnant. So he knew before. That's why I shouldn't go in the bus, because I didn't know that. We didn't know that, and it's like, oh, okay. And then from that time, Guru said, "You must be careful in his heart and this and that." So he knows before we even knew, because he was arranging everything. So that was very first moment that I had with him. I really connected to him, wow, he actually knows here, what I needed and things like that.
I was in ISKCON many years, many years. Then when the gurus start to fall down, ISKCON's gurus start to fall down, I went to America, and I traveled many ways, including places where there big problems like LA, New Vrindavan. That was the main ISKCON problems. And I become very skeptical of that society, how it could. And I had no connection with any Vaishnava outside ISKCON. I was also, when this was the big problem with Sridhara Maharaj starting ISKCON. Now I was in Mayapur, and in Mayapur we had meetings there. I didn't accept what they say, but I did not want to meet also. I don't want to buy problems. I help ISKCON with my work. I print so many books, thousands and thousands of books for ISKCON. And then in '99, Kunja Bihari called me. There is a very exalted Vaishnava. He's coming to Brazil. You should come. I was with him in ISKCON in Mayapur with Kunja Bihari, and then he knew me from there. And he called me, "You should come," this and that. And at the same time started all the ISKCON noises here. Oh, no one should go to see Sridhar Maharaj, Narayana Maharaj, and this, that. And I did not want headaches. I have no faith in anything like that. For me, Narayana Maharaj or Hridayananda Maharaj was both sannyasis, and let they take care of themselves. No? Then I did not went. But before he came, Kunja Bihari called me again and said, Shamarani said that you know her for many years. Yes, I'm a good friend of Shamarani, Jadurani, no? I'm a good friend of her. Yeah, you can help she to come to Brazil to meet you and be with Srila Gurudeva, because she cannot afford the ticket. She's in the United States. I say, of course, you tell her that if she can find some way to pay the ticket, I will give back here the money. Then they went to São Paulo with Sundarananda, no, Gurudev, very small meeting there, program. Then they come to Vrajabhumi, that ISKCON hostel and farm. Then I did not went, no. Then Kunja Bihari called me. We are coming to Rio, and you can give this money to Shamarani. I say, yes, yes, you come. Then they came to my office, you know, Kunja, Shamarani, and Kunja's wife. And then Kunja was speaking against ISKCON. Oh, ISKCON this, ISKCON that, ISKCON, oh, wow, wow, this. I said, oh, I told Shamarani, I said, my head is exploding. Please stop this. And Shamarani said, yeah, Kunja, stop this. His position is nice. No, we don't criticize anyone. Then I went outside now. I went outside of my office in the garage. I was there alone. Then Shamarani came after me, no? And she said, you know, because you need not come neither to São Paulo, neither to Rio here, I told Gurudeva that I will not come to take your money. Then Gurudeva told me, you have to go. She said to me, you know, when Gurudeva say something like that, never question of money, no. I think he knows you, no. She was trying to bring my heart to Gurudeva. No? I say, okay. Then I went to India 1 week later. But Shamarani came to my house that same night, no? And Rama came in contact with her. And Rama, my wife, she became completely crazy, no, with Shamarani, no? Immediately she went out of Maya. Because Rama at that time was a Western lady, you know, with jewelry and nice hair styling and $2,000 dress. No, but she immediately gave up everything. And I become astonished like that, looking at Rama completely in ecstasy with Shamarani, you know. I find Shamarani very different, because I knew her before in ISKCON, no, for so many years in the United States, in India. I knew her, and then that she was a normal devotee, you know. When I saw her here, she only Harikatha, and she could not stop speaking Harikatha. That time she could not stop. Krishna, Balaram, Radha, this, that, Buddha, without stopping. And even Rama could not keep in listen because it was too much. Then when she saw that I can listen, Rama cannot listen, then she went to Brajek. That time he did not speak English. Did not speak English. He was a 40 years old boy, and started to speak Harikatha to him. So he was like that. And then I went to India. And Rama, when Kunja was here in my house, Rama started to call me in the hotel all time in Bangalore, in Mumbai. You have to, because I was not planning to go to Mathura. And Gurudeva went back to Mathura after this festival. And I was not planning, actually did not want to go. What have you do in Mathura? No? I am here in a 5-star hotel in Bangalore, in Mumbai, eating in 5-star hotels. What have you do there in Mathura? That pollution and noise. Then Rama started, you have to go to Mathura, you have to go to Mathura, you have to go to Mathura. Then Kunja Bihari, you have to go to Mathura, you have to go to Mathura. I say, okay, I go to Mathura. I decide to go because I became scared. See this. I cannot say I will not go to Mathura. How you can say that? No, I am a devotee, no, and if they don't ask me to go, I will not go. But if they ask me to go and I will say, okay, I will not go to Mathura, I don't want to go to Mathura, that's impossible, no? Then I went by force. I came there and Gurudeva was giving a class. Was giving a class in Hindi. And I say, what's Vaishnava, I speak Hindi. What is this? But when Gurudeva stand up, I pay obeisance, no? Because I could not see, I could listen to his class, but I did not understand. And I could not see him because I was in the corner of the room because it was very crowded. I could not see him. But when he stand up and start to go, he turned on in my direction. And when I was looking up, no, he was in my direction. I saw him like 5 meters person, a giant, you know. See, what? For 1 second I saw this, no. What is this? Then he went. I spoke with Jai Gopal, and I forgot this giant. I am crazy, seeing things. Then I came back to Brazil.
The first time I saw Srila Narayan Maharaj was in 1997. He first came to New Mayapur. And someone told me, oh, I'm sure you will like this person. I said, okay, then I go. Because I never saw any sadhu except Srila Prabhupada. And so I expect some kind of short Indian. And then as soon as he popped out of the car, he was like accordion. And then he expanded. Wow, he was this big man. And then he took us to the temple and wild kirtan. And then we went to it's like 120 square meters, a big room. And there he sat on Vyasasan, we arranged, and it was really fully packed. And then I had to bring a tray for him to distribute after the class. So where should I put this tray? So I step in between all the devotees, and then I took the tray and I put it underneath his seat. The only place I saw. So he went like this. What is this? What are you doing? He spoke to my ears because kirtan was very loud. And I say, oh Maharaj, this is for you to distribute after the class. Is it offered? Yes, it is offered to Srila Prabhupada in his room. Oh, very good, very good. And then another time, we arranged for him to speak in Srila Prabhupada's room because some ISKCON devotees, they didn't come to this meeting. So then they were almost forced to come. And because he was asking about historical stories about our place, how we did and how old was the castle and who is living there and how many times Srila Prabhupada came. So he was interested in, and how did you join, these kind of things. Yes. And then he said, after, I will go to Holland and everyone is welcome to follow me.